So this is your immersion blender. These are all the things that come with it. So you have your whisk, you have your step blender here, you have your cup, gives you a lid with it, and you have all your attachments. So you have really good instructions. There are very specific instructions here that I want to go over in case you have a different blender that you like, immersion blender. So it says, do not overload the appliance by putting too much food, or do not operate continuously for more than 90 seconds. For every 90 seconds of work, 1 minute stopgap after 5 consecutive cycles, unplug the appliance and allow it to rest for 30 minutes, and it can extend the life of the immersion blender. Also, it cannot be washed. Like, this can be in water and stuff, but some of this stuff has to be just wiped down and cannot get wet. But I mean, clearly you can wash these things, but you just need to go through your instructions to be very clear on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this on here. What you need to do, you have your options of 1 through 8. This is a film over it. I haven't pulled it off because I don't need to, but let me make sure I get this on very tight before I do this. So here's your on and off. You can see it. Okay. And then when you undo it, let me prop this for just a second while I do this. Okay, and then let me attach the next one. All right, now I attach the next one on here. So then if you wanted to do your thing, same thing, you just do that and show me the bottom of it. And of course you can hold it longer. I'm just showing you how it's working. And then I just keep everything in the box still. I try to keep everything together because I don't use this all the time. So, and then you have your whisk, but it works really nicely. Just make sure you, again, follow the instructions. I haven't had any issues with it, and I've had it for a few weeks now. It's done great. I don't overload it with too much fruit. I don't overload it with too much ice, things like that. And I haven't had a problem. So I guess it's just how much you use it. And I think it's been a great immersion blender.
So quick review, just make sure you pay attention to the limits. This is 600 milliliters, 500 milliliters, about 2.5 cups and 2 cups. Just make sure you don't go past that. On both of these, I put in 600 milliliters, including that one, so that was 100 over. And it starts to like foam over the locking mechanism, and it was starting to dribble, and I wiped this counter down like 20 times. If you use the whisk attachment, you better keep it on low, because anything higher, and starts to swirl, and it will spill over. So just a heads up about that. But even on low, this is the lowest setting. You can see it creates quite a bit of suction, right? So it pulls everything up, and then if you tilt it, it creates this vortex effect and mixes everything pretty well. The only 2 complaints I have, and they're pretty small, so I'm still giving it 5 stars, was the little extra rubber protector they give you. I just keep it around here, and it's a bit of a dust magnet. So even though I have it on here, just make sure you wash that before you use it. Give it a quick rinse, and it'll clean up pretty well. And then the chopper little container, my old stick blender had a much bigger container. I kind of wish that this were bigger, so I modified that so it does fit with that. But this is like almost like a single, maybe 1-2 servings, and this one can mix enough to where I then put the rest in the fridge, you know. So unless you want to do it multiple times, get a bigger container. But yeah, still works pretty well. Everything I used to mix the milk, all of them work perfectly. The whisk probably worked the best, but then, you know, you leave the dry powder in the corners. But, yeah, all turns out perfectly liquid and pretty strong. And then that would be the low. So turbo is... And you can adjust it. So every setting, pretty dang powerful. Even the lowest one, kind of wish there was like an ultra low setting, but the chopper lid and then the whisk attachment both have a reduction gear in there, so if you want it slower, you got to use one of these, right? But I like it. Powerful and works pretty well.